Hello all, good afternoon. We're gonna have some fun today with what used to be sort of one of my favorite desserts when I was little. Okay, so I'm still little. How about when I was a wee bairn growing up? I used to go to Disneyland and anytime I could, I would get a chocolate dipped frozen banana. So that was my absolute favorite treat. And of course, I'd eat all the chocolate off and then I'd just have the banana and it was still frozen. It was still great. I want to do something with chocolate and banana today, but I'm going to do something slightly different. We're not going to freeze it. We're going to make a pastry treat out of it. So stay tuned and we're going to make another fabulous 3-ingredient dessert and we're going to have a great time doing it. As you can guess, the first thing we're going to do is peel our bananas. I'm going to use 2. I'm actually going to end up cutting them in half so that I can make a nice portion that can look good on the plate. I mean, who's going to eat a giant banana, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just cut each banana in half, like so. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of a teaspoon scoop, and I think I'm going to use this side. Hopefully you have some of these. If not, I highly recommend them, and there's going to be a link in the description on where you can get them. We're just going to kind of scoop out the inside of the banana. Normally I would just eat these, but I can't eat bananas. And I'm going to leave the end kind of intact so it sort of works like a dam on the chocolate. See, I'm just scooping it out. And I can go as deep as I want. It sort of depends on how much chocolate you have. But the metal measuring spoons are going to work much better for you than, say, a plastic one. And I think that one looks good. Oop, put a little hole in that one. That's all right. Not worried about it. Okay, now we're going to do the other 3. Okay, so you can see I have my 4 little banana boats, if you will. And the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a chocolate bar. Now you can use whatever chocolate you want. I thought I'd go a little bit elegant and go with a Lindor chocolate bar. I also have the chocolate, this is the regular truffle bar. I also have the one that's caramel, which I thought about using, but I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it simple. This is good enough. And I'm just gonna break those into pieces. It's kind of warm right now, so they're breaking rather softly. And then I'm just gonna kind of, actually I think I'm put them in that way. They seem to fit really well. And I'm just gonna kind of fill my little banana boats with these pieces of chocolate. And of course I can cut them down to size. See, isn't that kind of cute? This is working out really well. Since this is tapered, see, it fits inside the banana really well. Let's put that one here. And I got to open another package quickly. Wasn't sure how much I was going to get in one of these. That one in there. I love these bars. They come in handy for so many things. There's another piece. Cut this one to size. And stick that little baby in there. And we'll do this. I guess I can probably keep that kind of intact like that. Look at that. And there we are. My 4 bananas are stuffed and they're reasonably level with the little trough. So that's good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 4 small skinny strips. Well, they're not small, they're skinny though. Strips from a roll of puff pastry. And I'm using the refrigerated version, not the frozen. And you'll notice I'm cutting fairly narrow strips. And I think actually I'm going to cut these guys in half because I'm looking at my banana and thinking, you know, they aren't all that big. So, and the reason I'm using the long side is because I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to need for my banana. So I figure I should have 2 more. So I figure I should have more than I need, and I can always cut it off. But you can't really glue it back on if it's too short. Measure twice, cut once. Okay. So I've gone ahead and removed the banana shmoo off my board, and I've got a clean board because I'm going to be working with pastry. And I have to work pretty quickly because I don't want these strips getting warm. So it looks like I got more than ample. I need some more bananas. So what I'm going to do is just start at one end and just kind of wrap the banana and the chocolate. And I am going to do it in such a way that I overlap. Give myself a little more on the end here. And this is why I'm not sure how much I need. Ugh, slippery. And don't let them break on you. They are tricky little devils. But you don't have to be particularly accurate about it. Just kind of roll it up. Hey, get back in there. Don't you love it when something goes wrong in the land galley? Okay, wrap, wrap, wrap. I don't know. Maybe I won't have enough. Puff pastry, like a lot of pastry, is really rather forgiving. So the end product is going to look beautiful, even if it looks kind of wonky when you're first doing it. And I'm going to stretch this out a little bit because I'm a little worried now that I don't have enough puff. But I can always cut more. Yep, I'm a little short. That's okay. I'm going to steal a little from this other strip. And just going to continue wrapping it. And I'm going to kind of bring it to a little bit of a point here at the end and sort of make it into a sealed little edge. See? This one's already sealed by the way I wrapped it. So there we go. We have a wrapped banana. On it goes to a parchment-lined cookie sheet. Okay, so I've wrapped my bananas, and now we're going to brush them all over with a little bit of egg wash. And you'll recall the egg wash will give it that glossiness when it bakes. Just give it a little shine. Hey, I just had a fun thought. What do you think about making these for Halloween? You could make them like little mummies, right? So for a Halloween party, you could make bananas, mummy wrap bananas. Kids will love them. Then put some little mini chocolate kisses on them for eyes. I think that would just be hysterical. So there you go. 2 months early, I'm giving you a great idea. Do these for Halloween. Maybe I'll do them again for Halloween. Okay, almost done. And now we'll go ahead and pop them in a 400-degree oven, see how they turn out. Okay, we're about halfway through baking and I just rotated the pan. Really important thing to rotate the pan when you're baking because ovens are not evenly hot. And there they are. Things of beauty, right? Ugh. What do you bet those are hot? Okay, there's more to come. So I'm going to do a couple things to finish this off. For one, what is a puff pastry dessert without some powdered sugar? So we're going to give it a little whack of that. By the way, do you have these? This is the greatest thing for controlling where your powdered sugar goes. And I always have mine loaded. You want to make sure that your pastry is a little bit cool before you do this because you don't want your powdered sugar melting all over your pastry. So next, I know this is really probably over the top, but you know, it's chocolate, so why not? I'm going to drizzle this with a little bit of semi-sweet chocolate sauce. It's going to be a nice contrast to the sweet milk chocolate that's in our banana and chocolate pastry.